Hello, hola, que onda, everyone. I'm back with a pick a card today. Just finished my meditation for grounding and breath work, and I wanted to channel a message, pick a card this time. So, asking your ancestors, guides, star families, spirit animals, companions to come in, and you will be picking from these 3 piles already pre-shuffled to choose your group, the one that calls you the most. Okay, so for the first one we have Gazelle. Second one we have Rabbit. Third one we have Cosmic Egg. The timestamps are in the description box below. I'll see you in your pile. Hey, pile number 1, you chose the Gazelle, and here we're looking at your reading. And let me tell you, you're going through a period where you are applying everything you've learned from past trauma, from past lives. Even I'm seeing right here, like past lives, to now, to this situation that you're going through. And you're receiving a bunch of gifts. You're receiving a total transformative present from the universe. I feel like you are in a position right now where you are receiving whether good news about the job that you applied to, or good news about your career, maybe some good grades for a lot of you. For a lot of you, this might be appreciating so much the relationship you're in right now romantically. You see all the great things about it, transforming yourself, your inner blockages per se, and really being able to see now how fortunate you are to be in this relationship or in this group, so let's read a little bit about the first card, which is transformation. Just move the camera a little bit here. There you go. So it says self-nurturing, going within, time alone, being present with your feelings, cocooning before the butterfly, being gentle on yourself, angelic embrace. Feel whatever you need to feel. It might be hard to be present with some parts of yourself. Bring them into a cocoon of gentle self-love and reflection, and the insight will come. The shadows can be released, and your heart space will soften. Cry or be angry if this is what you're holding on to. And laugh at the hilarious, ironic, divine perfection of it all. This card beckons you beyond your constructed outer self, where you can delve into beautiful abyss of your being. Revel in the twilight before the dawn, and let your wings unfurl. This card signifies going inwards and being truly present with whatever you are in your process. It emits a sense of self, nature, and space that is held as a container for our delicate and vulnerable gestation periods. The final image is filled with blessing like an angelic embrace. This care emanates from the being, implying that she's creating it for herself. The most powerful healing comes from a place of presence and acceptance, for all doesn't try to fix anything or push things away. Yeah, I feel like this is a period where you're either just really appreciating what you have, where you're at right now, even though the journey isn't over at all, and there's more for you, there's more out there for you. But right now, this is encouraging you to maybe celebrate some things that you're receiving, maybe be able to really tap into recognizing that you're doing great. And I think that people are also like recognizing you at the work or laboral space or at school. They're recognizing your hard work and you're getting rewarded with it, or you're just gaining a lot of respect right now for it. It's for your infinite blessings. Open your heart and your reality to the immeasurable gifts from nature. Loving energy is surrounding you. Love from the highest level is being showered onto you. You and your life. Count your blessings and remember that love is all around you. Notice these miracles and blessings as they show up in unexpected ways, but always at the most auspicious time. Your life may not be exactly as you anticipated, but be sure to look for your miracles. I think, yeah, that's right. You might not be at the exact, outcome that you're expecting, but know that that is yours. Know that you have manifested that outcome for yourself, and that it will be there soon enough. So this is where you apply this knowledge, right? This knowledge card, and you're like, okay, I've already learned everything that has made me grateful before, made me everything that took me away from the present and enjoying things. I've already been through that, and I'm not about to do it again, kind of thing. Knowledge, it is the fact to want to know everything about divinity. Knowledge might be a qualification here in this world, but in relation to the transcendental truth of the highest order, the tendency to want to know everything is a disqualification. Yeah, I think if you attach too much to the future, you're gonna be taken away. Even you might even lose some of these blessings, or even lose track from where you are, okay? Because your awareness is very heightened right now. And yeah, it is. Don't feel guilty because you're feeling like this. Don't feel like, oh, why can't I just be appreciative, of everything I'm receiving? Maybe you were told that you were ungrateful as a child, I don't know. But know that it's okay, because the gazelle here is like very high in awareness. And just know that that's your nature, and it's okay to be, scared by these big car lights sometimes, like the gazelle. This is when you balance, grateful, perceptive, artistic. When out of balance, food, allergies, insomnia, racing mind. Yeah, if you're going through those things and you can't sleep because you're thinking about it, maybe consider just taking a break, in where you appreciate everything you have. Every morning you wake up, touch your heart, and name three things only that you're grateful for. Okay, that's going to be something that's coming through for this group especially. So let's read the affirmations. You are not alone. I allow myself to ask for what I need. Okay, yeah, and allow yourself to need things too. Don't think that because maybe you haven't said thank you a lot, that you shouldn't deserve to receive these things, because you do. And you are receiving a lot of things that are like life's pleasures. Yeah, maybe you're feeling more the pressure as opposed to the pleasures. Maybe spirit wanted me to say pressure. But yes, I meant to say pleasures. And I think with this card upright, there is a lot of pleasures more than pressure over you right now. And maybe you're transforming in that way, where you really need to like open. This is like third eye energy, because the purple for me. So maybe you need to appreciate like the abundance and the cycles of life, because 53, which is 8, which is an infinite, all of that abundance and the cycles of death and rebirth being, part of nature, and being a blessing to you, letting things go and letting the pressure go of, like, you don't need to carry the world on your shoulders. You're not alone, like it says here, and you're allowed to need things and receive those things, and you are receiving them. Maybe you have been rejecting some things that people have been offering you. But yeah, let's read more about the gazelle. Heightened awareness, ability, vulnerable. Represents supreme grace. With every move, this awe-inspiring beauty emits sophistication and elegance. Gazelle personalities are often hyper aware of their surroundings, bordering on hyper vigilant. And this can inhibit them from enjoying the beauty they've spent so much effort cultivating. No more worrying about those predators out there in the wild. When this card appears, it's time to get back to the present moment. Sit down, find your breath, and acknowledge the bounty that surrounds you. Let it nourish your gentle spirit. To bring into balance, some recommendations here on the book. It says yin yoga, a cozy home, good food. So those are your advices for now. Don't be afraid to ask your friend or your partner, allow myself to ask for what I need. If you need someone to cook for you because you just can't find the motivation to do so, do it. If you need to call someone, you're not alone. Call them so you get motivated to cook for them, and cook for yourself. Maybe a lot of you are the ones who, you're the kind of person that only cooks when you have visits or something like that. But yeah, that's all that's coming through for you, number 1. Thank you so much for tapping in, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, group number 2. This shows the rabbit. I am sensing a very strong call of action for you to calm down, to take some silence. Oh, I hear the wind right now. Yeah, the tree next to me is rustling its leaves hard when I'm talking about this, and I take that as spirit and the elementals, yes, confirming that you should take a deep breath, take a break, just sit in silence. For some of you, your recharge mode. A lot of people, the recharge modes is filling themselves with people, surrounding themselves with people, talking to them, venting. Some others meditate, some others do exercise, some others do art, sing, play music, dance. A lot of you, for this group, you are being called to sit in silence, literally just sit on a chair or a couch or your bed with no phone, no computer around you. Try to keep electronics far away from you. Try to keep the EMF to the least. And that's what's coming through for the beginning of this reading. You're in the need right now of so much going inwards and tapping into your intuition right now, because there's something that's bringing you a lot of doubt, and right now you're being called to make a decision for you to obtain this hope and this clarity, this guide through your own intuition. And I'm being called here, okay, you're being affected by outside energies. That's what you've been doubting, if this is even worth it, whatever this situation is for all of you. You're being called to, if it's not you sitting in silence, I see, because the wolves here, I feel like a lot of you need to use palabra. You either write poems or say these affirmations out loud, or your spells, your song. You need to channel frequencies with your voice, something like this. Channel these light codes coming from the moon, and maybe you want to do this in a full moon, simply just with the candlelight, something that presents the element of fire, which is also being out in the sun. So maybe when you're getting some sunshine out there. But yeah, this decision might have to do with you having boundaries of some kind, speaking your truth. Throat chakra energy here. And making the decision to really speak about it, so you reclaim your energy, because you have a very, very queen intuitive energy of priestess goddess energy here. That's what I'm feeling. And because of this, maybe you are just so sensitive and are very anxious here with the rabbit, with energies around you that are affecting you. Maybe you need some time alone to recharge, something like that. Let's read a little bit of Reclaim Your Energy. Recapitulation: owning your power. Where you put your energy is your choice. Overcoming triggers through self-awareness. Energy vampires. Reclaiming your soul fragments. Observing the observer. Shifting victim mentality. Yeah, where I think you're putting your energy where you shouldn't right now. You're gonna get a message soon of okay, delete this person from your contacts or whatever. Or yes, decide to make that jump and, you know, eliminate certain things around your house. I'm feeling like, okay, things that you don't need. There might be a lot of clutter. It might be making you anxious and, you know, clouding your view here, your intuition a little bit. But now you are regaining that. You are regaining it exactly because the moon is upright, and you're regaining hope. Okay, let's breathe that. Make a decision card. Your sheer determination is highlighted at this time. Highlighted at this time. Your spirit will support your desires and manifestations. The ability to create or destroy has always been within your skill base. You have the wisdom and confidence needed to use these skills constructively. Now is the time to act if you know what it is you want to accomplish and why. Since the powers of transformation are at your command, change your desires into objectives, your thoughts into actions, your goals into achievements. If you have recently met with a failure, you know you can change that failure into success. The only limits you have are those you impose on yourself. Yeah, it's like a lot of self-doubt I feel here that you used to have, and now you're reclaiming that, because like it says in the book, you always had this power to you know, death and rebirth. A lot of you might have this Scorpio sacred energy. A lot of you just have a certain specific birth chart Scorpio placements that allow you to do this. I feel like, okay, yeah, the death and rebirth, like involving like nature here. 11 might be significant to all of you. You might be seeing that repeated 11 digits or ones. Yeah, and it's the one, you know, like the one I take it as like a new beginning, rebirth, like borrón y cuenta nueva kind of energy. You know, when you let something go, when you just have this rebirth and you're recuperating right now, this energy of your crown chakra, really, that allows you to see your divinity. Maybe seek affirmations that allow you to clear the crown chakra a lot, letting go to the earth if possible. Yeah, because 42, look, 4 and 2, that is 6. Yeah, the third eye is opening. Chakra number 6, third eye. I feel like right now you will need to maybe decalcify your pineal gland with the moon and really see some things that are coming out right now that you're kind of accepting from yourself. And find your inner guru. Okay, let's read this one. The conditioned soul wanders through different planets in different forms and bodies, but if by chance it comes in contact with guru, grace descends and spiritual life begins. Yeah, I think there's some energies that you need to bring down, that you're receiving from the cosmos. Bring down, anchor them, and ground them here, because you're a very powerful channel. You know, we all can tap into our channels, and you're kind of recuperating that vitality that allows you to tap into that sense of, yes, I believe in my divinity kind of energy. Okay, it says, reclaim your energy. We might feel we need to give to the people we most care about in a way that depletes us. We may hold a subconscious sense of obligation to others, or a belief that our own needs cannot be met until we have taken care of everyone else. Okay. Yeah, a lot of your people pleasers, and maybe you're coming to terms that can be a blessing, but you're letting go of the shadow of it, which is just depleting you and draining you of your own divinity. Recognizing your own divinity, and that you kind of depend to make others feel good for you to feel good. You need to let that go, okay? And make the decision, you know, to actually take the action, you know, not just saying, okay, I will care for more for myself, but I also like doing, you know, take some little actions, little steps every day that will allow you to do that, because now you have the wisdom and the confidence. Ooh, the flickering flame, you know, the confidence. Yeah, Fire spirits are here. Yeah, the confidence and the willpower to do so. And you're regaining this motivation, okay? And that's giving you a super, super clear intuition here with the moon and the reclaim the power. But let's read the rabbit. Afraid of everything, overwhelmed, frozen. When in balance, sensitive, problem solver, good listener. When out of balance, over explains, talks fast. To bring into balance, a day of silence. Oh, okay. That's quite literal for what I was challenging in the beginning, that you do need a day of silence. That's gonna be your way, okay? Nothing but maybe nature out there. That's why it's recommended, because you're a very overwhelmed person right now. Okay, but let's read your affirmations. I let go of the belief that I am undeserving of love. I let go of the need to be perfect in the eyes of others. Wow. Oh, wow. Yep. I feel like you do need to believe that you can do things for yourself and hear yourself and be like a kind of like an individual healing stage right now, maybe the hermit stage for you, and be okay with this. Reclaiming all of your energy. You can say affirmations like, I reclaim my energy from all people, places, and from every conversation back to me. I do not give permission for my energy to be pulled into conversations, places, nor people's thoughts. I do not give permission for my energy to be pulled, okay, to all of that, because, people can talk, let them talk, but you reclaim your energy and you don't let your energy actually be drained when that happens. You might need to be saying this more now than other times. It depends on what you're going through, and you are gonna feel it. Okay, you're gonna be feeling that, dreaming about it, etc. So yes, that's the advice for you, to really, look for some place that just feels like a sanctuary to you, and you're kind of gonna reignite some sort of passion, whether with yourself or with a relationship. But yes, you're gonna be just letting go of the self-doubt, releasing those limiting beliefs. If this is a financial situation, releasing those limiting paradigms that you've been growing up with. Being able to tell off your boss, for example, because you're reclaiming your energy, and that's part of making the decision to telling and discerning and knowing what needs to come out of your mouth. Okay, you might want to practice. This is like theater like kind of thing. A lot of you might like theater, but you might want to practice like in the mirror or by yourself, hearing your voice saying what you think. Yeah, I think right now at the challenges that you're going through, they're really like leading you to be successful, as long as you follow and take that break, and that you're okay with you being your own girl and not needing anyone else, or not needing anyone else to appreciate your gifts at this moment. Group 2. Yeah, that's all that's coming through. So thank you so much for tapping in, and I'll see you on the next reading. Bye. Hello, group number 3. You chose the cosmic egg. And the energy I'm feeling for you as of now is to really, focus. The focus back onto your manifestations and onto your pure essence. Do not get distracted right now. Have very good discernment where to put your energy right now. Okay. Yeah, be really aware that you need to really be paying attention how you're structuring whatever plans you're making right now, and that's gonna take a lot of energy. And maybe just put on hold other projects, all other projects. Maybe put on hold socializing for now. What else? Yes, because you're coming to a very important stage of your life right now, like a cycle ending and the new thing being born, you know. And it's gonna bring a lot of harmony for you to do these things, to have good judgment of where you're directing your vitality right now, okay? Because you really need to balance everything that's on your mind right now, even just your thoughts, you know, like I was saying, to be true to your heart, like it says right here. Yeah, for your what you're manifesting, because things are coming, they're already happening in your timeline. They not might be completely visible, but they're happening in your timeline. And think of the things that are really who you are. Know yourself more. I'm feeling like you're being in a journey of getting to know yourself more now. What you like, what you don't like, what you want for your future, where you want to plant those seeds. But yeah, let's read a little bit of manifestation, sowing the seeds of your dreams. Sowing the seeds of your dreams, yeah. I think that the seeds are coming to fruition right now, like in this timeline periods that are like están en fila para llegar ya estos timelines. They're like making line to get to you right now and be completely manifested. But yes, if you hear a noise, that's the tractor. Somebody's driving the tractor here at the farm. And I feel like, yeah, you need to focus and really concentrate your mind, trying to block any outer noise, having this completely clear judgment of how to do that, how you're gonna do that. Okay, let's see how you're gonna do that. It says you can decide how you want to live. The universe is full of support of you choosing to step into the optimal version of yourself. Dream big, then dream bigger. Now's a great time to start the projects you have been considering. All it takes is some pollination. In the realms of making magic happen, we say, as above, so below. So start planting your dream seeds and nourish the soil with enthusiasm for what can and will be. Feel your dream in its entirety as if it's already happening, and then letting it go. Okay? Yeah, I think now's the time to really focus on whatever projects you're doing, whatever jobs you're applying, whatever you're deciding for a future, a future home or something of this sort. Maybe this is like a complete stability in relationship or finance wise. It says germinate your dream seeds in the present tense with positive terminology rather than thinking in terms of what you don't want. Focus on what you want as if you already have it, as the subconscious will hear the keywords and bring you more of these. Be creative with your dream visioning. Create symbols from the letters that you make up your wish sentence. Incorporate natural elements and resonate with your manifestations, such as fire or earth. Find meaningful symbols that align with your desired outcome. Add a rush of energy and charge it with an intention for the greatest good. In meditation, send them off into the heart space of the ether. Yeah, heart space. I think you need to focus on that, really know, okay, because I have good judgment, for example, I'm not gonna give in into this relationship again. I'm not gonna give in on applying to the same kind of job again. Now I'm gonna honor my true heart's desire and work on the manifestations, just thinking that I'm receiving them now. That's the kind of energy that's coming through. But I also want to say that with the judgment card, you gotta be ready for challenge. You gotta be ready to let go and release, like the manifestation card says, the manifiesta, because that's what the judgment card is about. You're really grabbing onto some things, maybe not kind of like not wanting to let go, like this snake to the egg. But exactly like the snake, you need to shed and let that have its own death. And so you can, attract all these good things that are coming for you. This might be really sad. You might go through a long grief period for a lot of you. But yeah, I think I want to take a look to the be true to your heart. In this moment, draw the energies of harmony and union when making a choice. The current situation is best supported using intuition and not intellect. There might be difficult decisions to be made that are not necessarily about love. Consciously be aware of what interests you, what attracts your attention, what steers your imagination, and creates passion in your life. Do your best to ignore the persuasion of what others might think or say. Trust yourself and don't allow your opinion to be swayed. Trust yourself. Have that judgment in group 3. Okay, don't allow it to be, taken away by outer noise. Okay, again, blocking like this outer noise from your mind and focusing, making the choice that brings you greatest harmony. The cosmic egg is also about harmony, about completion, and most of all, harmony. And it's the 7th chakra, which is the mind. Okay, let's read. For one who has controlled the mind, it is the best of friends, but for one who has failed to do so, it remains the greatest enemy. So let's take a look to the cosmic egg now. A sense of contentment and oneness spontaneously arises within us, and the veils of our self-limiting beliefs are lifted. When the essence of the cosmic egg has not been activated, we might feel as if we will never get there, or that we travel alone, disconnected from others. Yeah, there might be a sense of like you feel like because you're not getting there yet to your manifestation, maybe there's some kind of failure, but you need to control those thoughts and transmute them, so you never feel like any changes or any obstacles are failure, but things that are opening other doors. Okay, with the judgment, to really like see clearly and tap into that crown chakra divinity of like, yes, I am manifesting, and things have to crumble, for me to let go and for me to keep walking the path. You need to like destroy things with the tractor. Yeah, that's coming through right now. This analogy, because they're doing tractor work. They need to shape the land, destroy certain structures in the land to make it softer, to make more space, for us to plant food, to plant flowers, to plant our own medicine, and set those intentions to come to fruition. And that is very true to our hearts, even though there needs to be a lot of death and change kind of thing. The cosmic egg is a remedy for the fragmentation of modern life. It's through the power of this card that we are reminded of the cosmic contract written at the beginning of we hold on to life, and that life holds on to us. The journey is complete, but it does not end. Yeah, I think maybe you might be holding on to things right now, like I was saying, and maybe you need to realize some painful truths about yourself, and that's okay. You will be working to really be okay with that and really calm your mind and bring you to this compassionate state of forgiveness, of self-forgiveness, and really keep your values alive. Really know yourself, know what interests you, like this card was saying. Let's read your affirmations. I extend kindness and understanding towards the parts of me that I judged. as shameful or negative. You survived. Yeah, I think that you will survive whatever you're going through, you know. I think that there will be a renewal of even relationships with the judgment. You will, know yourself more, analyzing your financing ways, your economical ways of spending, maybe of planning, of budgeting right now too. Yeah, there will be a lot of reflection, self-evaluation, so that you can really know what is that you really want, what does your essence really want, and be able to, be grateful for these manifestations that are already, coming to you right now. It says manifest from the heart, overcome fear, take strong positive action, and let go of the outcome. Know and trust your dreams are already on their way and expect to see results. Yeah, I think more than that, you need to focus right now on whatever projects you're designing, and know that the outcomes, they will come along after you do that, and there will be harmony connected to that, and be aware that the judgment, it's happening within you. Yes, it's happening within you, but forgiving those fragmentations of you that you consider shameful, or whatever guilt trips have been imposed onto you, or this is coming through, okay, through religion, through educational systems, through just family patterns and legacy rules, for example. For a lot of you, yeah, it's understanding to be kind to yourself and forgive yourself, and have this judgment really clear about yourself, that everything can be accepted, and you know what little changes to make right now. You are kind of like, you have been disassociated, and now you're coming back. All your fragments are coming back to being put together, to really know yourself and your soul. And it is the moment, okay? It is the moment of really, really putting your mind in those things that allow you to recuperate your essence fully, okay? So your manifestations can take place, and they're allowed to come in. You just need to allow them yourself to come to you, kind of thing, okay? And whatever you're going through, whatever challenges you're gonna be faced with, you have survived so many hard things, group number 3. So don't you ever worry that you're gonna be, crumble down. And like, things that happen to do crumble down, they're for you to renew and plant new seeds, okay? So that's all I have for you, group number 3. Thank you so much for tapping in, and I'll see you on the next reading. Bye.